Before EFZ came, we were just idols. What should we do concerning things in our community? How do we report cases? How do we get involved?
Zvemabudget zvitaitofixwa nazvo taikuti kanguvhwa kana kuona pane zvemabudget kutokurumidza kupfuura because tasingazvinzwisise.
Tatingazivi kuti nesuwo tinofanirwa kunge tiripo pakuronga chinhu ichocho tiri pamwe chete. Taitongosiyiwa kati tisingazivi nekuti tatisati taane muono.
You find out kuti isu kudhara taitongoti kana ukaitwa ma-consultation meetings aya isitati titorona basa nawo. Taingoenda kunogarawo tichingotsva menu ndezveikoko.
We just used to complain from home what mvura is kubuda, there is a sewer burst, but not knowing where should we report it.
Nyaya dzekodzero dzevanhu vanoiratidza kuti havana ruzivo.
Vanhu vekucouncil vanga vakutya kufamba nemastatements because vanhu vaiti kana vakaona wecouncil vaida zvokutorwa naye chaizvo. I remember imwe incident vakamutora vakamuvharira mutoilet.
The Evangelical Fellowship of Zimbabwe, EFZ, was established in 1962 with a vision of impacting the nation by obeying the Great Commission. To fulfill this vision, the organization has 5 strategic commissions that are interlinked.
It is the heads of denominations who forms the EFZ. And through the heads of denominations, this is where we then find the other structures that are accountable to the heads of denominations become established. The National Executive Committee is like the board of EFZ. This is composed of representations coming from the 10 political and administrative provinces throughout the nation. And the National Executive then employs a secretariat that is led by the General Secretary, who has got a responsibility to have a team that then fills in the 5 commissions we have. Now, the secretariat does not work also in isolation of the structure. We go into the provinces. In the provinces, there are districts. So each district where member churches have got local assemblies there, they then form the local structure of EFZ.
Under the Peace and Justice Commission, EFZ has been implementing a project in Chiredzi and Mutasa Districts. The project has 2 main pillars, which are constitutional awareness and social accountability.
So as EFZ, there was a reflection to say, how can we impact the nation in all aspects of life? We then realize what the Apostle Paul says. Apostle Paul says that we are citizens of heaven, but also citizens in this world. So there's dual citizenship for a Christian. Now, what does it mean? Citizenship entails rights, responsibilities, duties, and obligations.
The nexus between social accountability and constitutional awareness, in our view, is that citizens can only become fully active and engaged in public life if they're aware of their rights and responsibilities. And so the starting point of this particular intervention was to provide awareness on the Constitution.
So we then realized that it is important to begin to get into programs of social accountability. The Bible teaches us that everyone shall be accountable before God, but it also teaches us that we must be able to be accountable one to another.
The project intends to advance the participation of citizens, particularly women and youths, in democratic and accountable governance processes.
It's part of who we are by virtue of being human.
Social accountability is a key component of the project and is being used to empower citizens and encourage responsiveness and accountability from solution holders.
The purpose of social accountability as a development concept, in our view, is that it is meant to promote citizen agency. It is meant to promote community cohesion. It is meant to make citizens alive to their obtaining environment and give them a sense and a willingness to want to engage effectively in public life. It seeks to help citizens to identify points where they can converge with their local authorities and solution holders and service providers.
Chiredzi District is situated in Masvingo Province. It has a total of 8 wards that are being covered by the project. Bishop Moyo is the EFZ Chiredzi District Pastor. He has been part of the project since its inception.
Come, let's go, come on.
To accomplish the work on the ground, Bishop Moyo identified a team of 50 community champions. The community champions are equipped with social accountability tools to influence local level governance.
Yeah, the criteria that we have used actually is we have gone through the pastors that are leading the churches. And first of all, you go and you speak to the pastors on an individual basis and share on the aspects of the project, what we want to achieve. And you look at people that they have, that they understand they've got a capacity to reach out to the people. And through that, we had a large number of people that came through at first. And as we started the workshops, you start looking at participation. And through that, you start streaming down to end up with the very people that you see that these people have got the capacity to go out and reach out into the community.
And the project really had an emphasis on promoting the participation of young people and women. So you find that the constitution of our champions has a larger representation of women and young people. In the first year, we focused on the use of the community scorecard as a social accountability tool that they could use to exert accountability. So once they were done with that process, we also trained them on how to collect the data they would have collected. They developed a report, which they then used as an advocacy tool to engage their local authority.
Community champions, working together for the Chiredzi one. Community champions, working together for the Chiredzi one.
But also we went further and trained them in this year on the use of participatory budgeting as another tool to use in exerting social accountability.
Mushure mekungetadzidza inini as a pastor ndakakwanisa kutaurira vanhu pamusoro pekutsvaka knowledge constitutional awareness, because inini ndakanga ndavhurika, especially pama-Sunday service ndakakwanisa kutanga ndati ndisati ndaparidza ndikavaudza especially nyaya yema-rights kuti vazive kuti vane ma-rights avo avainawo zvavanofanira kuwana. Zvakare ndikavaudza nyaya yekuti sema-citizens vane responsibility yekuti vaone kuti nyika yavo yakachena. Number 2, vane responsibility yekuti vabhadhare mvura dzavo nenguva so that vakwanisa kuwana proper service delivery.
The community champions are critical to the smooth flow of the project at community level. Henry Madakadze from New Life Church in Ward 3 is one of the community champions. His favorite time is administering the scorecard in the community.
Maladi baba. Patinoita ma-scorecards kuti sisi tiwane information iri accurate and appropriate, tinotopinda kuti ivo vanozviona sei. Ivo vari paground ndio vanotipa information yakanyatsokudzika-dzika, information iri accurate. tapedza kutrainwa takaita futi opportunity yekuita ma-interface nema-councillors edu. Saka inini chandakakwanisa kuita as an individual, as a person who is a people person, ndakwanisa kuenda one kukereke kwangu kuno mobilize ma-youth tichimadzidzisa about ma-sessions atataita kuno zvekuti ike zvino kana tikaudza ma-councillors tichero meya wedu chaichai kuti tiri kuita project yeFZ anomhanya because anoziva kuti isusu as a church we are not here to haisi blame game yatiri kuita but tiri kuda kubetsera development yenharaunda yedu. 2019 takaita road show muchiredzi, the first road show yeFZ ever, and tapedza kuita road show takawanawo a following of people. Vanhu vakubvunza kuti saka tiri kutozvifambisa sei, if you want to also be engaged tozviita sei.
In Ward 18 Triangle, Mildred Sibanda, a pastor from the Alliance Church in Zimbabwe, is also a community champion. She enjoys administering the scorecard to her fellow women.
Saka tanga tichibvunza vagari vemunzvimbo kuti tinzwisise kuti ma-services edu ari kuitwa nomazvo here, vanhu vari kugutsikana here nema-services avari kuwana kubva kuma-service providers edu. Kana tichaura pamusoro penhau yechinonzi scorecard, ndo ratinoreva scorecard rakadai, ndo mhinduro dzatawana kubva munharaunda pamusoro pemibvunzo iripo pakati pezvinhu zvitatu zvatati tichibvunza.
To further improve the participation of young people, the project introduced what is called citizen journalism. Community youth activists are capacitated to monitor and document constitutional violations in their communities.
Through citizen journalism training yandakaita, ndaukwanisa ukufollowa nekuteverera my issues anoaffecta vasikana, some sort of abuses.
Ndanga ndisingatevereri much on zvinhu zvinoitika in my area, but now ndane interest especially on citizen journalism. I know I can write stories pamusoro pema-violation anoitika or on other issues.
We identified a problem with our recreational facilities. What we did as young people, we engaged the community leaders to just see if they can be of help in making sure that we have something functional in the present moment.
Tinashe Moyo from Ward 1 is one of the trained community youth activists and has a story to tell.
So I managed to write a story about magetsi angari kupenya pa pamba. We had to write a story tichipawo ma hands up ne letting the zesa kuti vauye vaite something. So fortunately they came. I'm very happy kuti something is happening in our community because of what we have learned, because of citizen journalism.
That as we came just to do this tour, one of the first things that we saw, that we came across, it was the refuse collection happening. One that has been a major challenge for the community, for the council itself, but we are so thankful that after our interventions, especially on the issue of social accountability, where we dealt with, on our scorecards, we dealt with refuse collection issues and water and sewer reticulation. And right now in this ward, it's one of the wards that has been hit by issues of shortage of water. It's been very difficult, but we are so thankful that the council, they have now a bore that is on my background that is serving this place. What the council has done now, it's almost in every open space they have tried to put boreholes to help the community. Most of these boreholes, they were put up after we put our reports, submitted them to the council about issues of water.
It is evident thereof that the efforts of the community champions are bearing fruits in Chiredzi district.
The citizen participation project by EFZ is of great importance to Chiredzi Town Council and our work as councillors, because it helps us to get to the depth of the problems that are being faced by our wards and the town as a local authority. Their research was so informative that we get to realize how the water crisis is affecting the residents in Chiredzi It helped us a lot in realizing how the bad state of our roads is affecting motorists. It made us realize the importance of street lighting in urban areas and the impact of poor refuse collection in as far as urban sanity is concerned. We are used to this sour relationship with the residents associations. The church is saying, no, we don't need to fight. Let us have an appreciation of the problems that we have. Let's identify the problems we have, and then let's put our heads together in solving the problems. So I can say the pressure is now lessening, and we are making giant strides in trying to improve service delivery.
We now have a strong relationship between EFZ and the local authorities. We are an organization right now where even the council is looking at us coming up with an MOU that we're working on right now. That's how good our relationship, that's how strong the relationship is, to the point of even wanting to give us a road that has got to be named under EFZ. There has been now, I would call it an open door policy that is there, because I can walk in at any time to the town council, speak to the town secretary, even engage the mayor himself. We have really a very strong relationship with authorities. That's what made us even be able to function within the lockdown period. We were enabled to function.
I'm very happy, very happy. The program has made me to meet various church leaders and hear their concerns in as far as the service delivery status quo of resident council is concerned. So I'm very happy. I pray that the programs continue.
The same is true in Mutasa District, which is situated in Manicaland Province. A vibrant group of community champions are trained. The group is being led by Pastor Matarirano of Pentecostal Assemblies of Zimbabwe.
Nzvimbo yatigere ino yakawanda white garment churches anorodza vana vasati vasvika pazero rinotenderwa nemutemo. Asi kutaura kuno tavane dzimwe hama dzakubva kuma white garment churches ziri kutoti izvo zvatakaita izvi takaita mukusaziva. Zvino nokuda kwebumbiro remutembo ratakuva neruzivo narwo hatichazviiti, uye vakutoparidza vhangeri kuti hazviitwi. Kutaura kuno tavane vamwe vari machampion anoita nenyaya dzekodzero dzevanhu kubva kuma white garment churches vari kuparidza vhangeri kuti vana vadiki havaroorwi.
Mutasa is a rural district, quite different from Chiredzi. The district has a number of townships. One of the largest populations is found in Hauna, where the different townships are concerned. So this is where you find a larger number of people in one place. So when we decided to bring social accountability to Mutasa, we chose Hauna because of the concentration of residents in one place.
Human rights, my rights, my rights. You can ask or demand. Because
cannot you say you have the right to clean and safe water? But you have a right to clean and safe water. There is someone who carries that responsibility to provide that right for you. You are able to demand for that right because you know.
The trained community champions had a lot to say about the project.
Even in community medu wori wangokati nyanye kunyanya kumadzisabhuku edu asi takupota tichizvibudisa pachena zvokuti wakuona kuti vanhu vakuziva ende tinototaura kuti bumbiro remutemo tinoriziva ende ndinayo kopi saka kana musina kuita zvatataura tinoenda kumutemo tonzwa kuti mutemo unoti kudii. Saka zviri kutibatsira zvikuru ende tiri kuda kuti tirambe tichiwana ruzivo.
They managed kumboisa chikamu chemarodzi wakaisa gravel, wakagadzirisa zvakare drainage system, wakatanga kuvhura. We are happy kuti zvinezvi mvura paya kutonaya kudai so inenge ichifamba zvakanaka, kune kusina water logging, mota dzinofamba, vanhu vanofambawo zvakanaka. The second thing chavakatiitira veCouncil inhau yerefuse collection, they also managed to engage to contract transport, munhu ane transport yake anotakura marara periodically.
Takazoita a story on refuse collection. Takatendera tikaona kuti dumping site yedu yanga iri kunzi the dumping site yanga ine papangori paarea paingosvika pachingoyipwa rubbish. Then vatanyora story yedu on that dumping site kuti dumping council should address the issue of dumping site. Then and we are happy today kuti pakatoya grade rikachera rikagadzira dumping site yakati nakei yekuti marara akuchiiswa mudumping site zvinopiswa zvichipiswa.
After 2 years of sustained work with the district pastor and the community champions, tremendous progress has been made. Even the community members were excited and eager to participate in the project.
Vataura nyaya yavo yavanga vafambira vachitibvunza maererano nemararamiro ataiitawo kuti ende imimi mvura yenyu yamunoshandisa munoshandisa yepatepi here kana kuti yemuchibhorani. Kana iri yepatepi sekuti mazuva atipere kusati kwanaya kwaipisa mvura yekuziva inge isingawanikwi uye munoiona kangani. Izvi zvakanaka ndekuti zvinoincluda mafundisi emachechisi. Saka ukaona pastor achisvika pamba pako unotomuziva munhu waMwari. Munhu waMwari zvakanzi dzakanaka sei tsoka dzinouya nemashoko akanaka pamusoro pemakomo. Saka ukaona pastor asvika unongoti ari kuuya nemashoko akadini akanaka. Saka haungatadzi kumubhiliva. Akachitaura ndonyanzwisisa kuti aiwa semunhu waMwari ka zvaanenge achitaura anotomira pazviri ende zvichitodini zvichitoendeka.
Pawakauya vachitibvunza takavagamuchira nekuda kuti vanhu vataiziva kuti vanhu vanouya vari pachokwadi. They were not politicians. Because izvo ndio zvatataonyazvozvoti vanhu vari kuda kutotibatsira mafundisi. Saka takakwanisa kuno tinoshandisa nzviri kutseketuka kutaura zviri pamwoyo. Zvechokwadi apa hapasi kundifambira zvakanaka. Asi zvinodai zvadai. Saka zvichemo zvedu zvatoda kuti mutisvitsiroko ndezvizvi nezvizvi. Saka zvechokwadi zvakasvika because tiri kuona maresults acho.
For a start, we had almost 3/4 yerepresentation yavanhu vakapinda mubudget consultation yeMutasa. Kumashure uko zvanga zvisiko. Vanhu vanga vasingabatikani nazvo. Vaingotambira zvauya kunyange zvichivarwadza.
Takazoona mabooks achiuya kumachurches kwatinoona econstitution. And inini semutungamiri weboka uye kuchechi zvakaitawo kuti mabooks iwo ndikwanise kumawana. Saka izvozvo zvakutondibatsirawo because mabooks iwo takakwanisa kumadistributawo tichiedza kutsanangurirawo vamwe watinogara nawo nemunharaunda kuburikidza nedzidziso yatati kupiwa nemachampions.
Tinoita maward meeting each and every end of month. Saka ndakakosherwa inini kuti ndidaidze vafundisi nokuti ndakaona kuti vanhu vanobatsira vanotibatsira kubatanidza vanhu uye zvavanotaura kana tiri muward meeting zvinovaka wadi uye zvinosimudzira maprojects. Saka pavanotaura pese tiri muward meeting vanenge vaine kutaura kunovaka uye zvinhu zvavo zvese vanozviitira muminamato nekukoshesa vanhu.
Saka takaona zvakatikoshera zvavanoita because vatoti tidzoke kuvanhu kadai tikada kuvata kana chiita tina maresults we need to jump so that tidzoke kuvanhu because tatorama kunyange isingakwani tinozongoadjusta kuti ikwane kana paine patagumirawo tinocommunicata.
Uye vanotarisawo kuti chii chiri kumboitwa neCouncil, muri kuzvifambisa sei panenge paine chineso. Vanotidaidza vachibvunza kuti as Council apa sei zvakadai apa sei zvichidai uye zvetaikumbira kuti apa dai zvadai zvinotaura development munharaunda. Izvozvi titori nenhamo nawo kuramba vari kuita follow up kuti toda kuziva budget consultation
kuti yakambomira sei, zviri kufamba sei kuwanhu.
The projects avakatipa vatotanga kutoimplementa as council because takanga tiri kutarisa sensitivity yenzvimbo yacho kuti unai growth plan inosvika vanhu vakawanda vatora nyaya toilet but we have to make a plan zvekuti maplans acho izvezvi atoripo they are budgeted for kutotaura kunoku zvimwe zvacho takatongoita zvatopo zvinosanganisira zvekutakurwa kwemarara pane maplans atopo mari dzakatoenda makambani anoda kusuplya motikari dzacho dzinotakura marara magravel tikati hatichakwanisi kuti tihai motikari dzekuisa magravel tine devolution fund tine mari yatakapawa napresident tinoita basa saka mari iyoyo kabva yauya bva taitoibhajeta bva yatotenga zvinhu izvozvo for the recovering of their roads.
So after the engagement with the Mutasa Rural District Council, we were asked to be represented on Wadigo with the resident councillor. Why? Because we were doing clean-up campaigns. Two, we were raising issues that has to do with development. They felt that we need the voice of the church. Then on the clean-up campaign, we also engaged the environmental health technician who would involve in our cleanup campaigns. So I was also asked to represent the champions at the hospital management body.
It is clear thereof that when the church is equipped with adequate skills to participate in local level governance, it will be an integral part of sustained community development.
So it is a concept that we strongly believe in. It is a concept that I believe in at a personal level. It is a concept that I know that works. It is a concept that empowers communities. And once they get it, they'll never be the same.
The commitment and the work that the district pastors and the community champions are doing in the two districts is commendable and can be replicated to other districts across Zimbabwe.
I'm just excited to see that the voice of the church in social issues is growing. The confidence of leadership to articulate and represent people is also growing. I mean, we can only imagine how well other communities can be transformed if this intervention can be scaled up to other communities.
If every church and the community it serves come together with the knowledge and skills exhibited here, the impact of citizen participation in local governance will be incredible.
And the whole idea is to be able to see healthy communities where residents, citizens can be able to engage in safe platforms without fear, without being threatened, but they're able to make contributions. This is how a democracy works. A democracy works when people are able to express themselves, associate, assemble, and be able to build something together. This is where the scripture becomes fulfilled. Behold, how good, how pleasant it is when brethren dwell together in unity. The Bible says, there, the Lord commands a blessing. I believe that when the nation of Zimbabwe is able to embrace that accountability is not only political, it's not only vertical, accountability is also social and it's also personal. We can be able to respect one another, we can be able to grow the Zimbabwe we want.